Hi folks, my name is Jocelyn Donovan. I'm the CPNP for Niwasa Kandaswin and today we're going to make some chickpea foam. So I don't know when the internet discovered that you could do this, but I've been seeing it all over my Pinterest feed for the last few weeks. Apparently, if you take the liquid at the bottom of a can of chickpeas and whip it with an egg beater, it makes foam. And it's totally taste safe, and it's really fun to play with for babies and young children. And I mean, who knew? So today I'm going to show you how you can make some chickpea foam, and we're also going to roast those chickpeas to make a snack because we don't want to waste anything.
To get started, let's assemble a few materials. You will need 2 bowls, a strainer, a pan lined with aluminum foil or parchment paper, egg beaters, and you will also need oil and salt and some little things to use to play with the foam. Our first step is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Next, we're going to open up our can of chickpeas. Now pour all of the liquid into the first bowl. I used a strainer to make sure I could get all the liquid and keep the chickpeas separate. Give your strainer a little shake to make sure you're getting all of that liquid into the bowl. That's what's going to make our foam. Now put the chickpeas in your second bowl. There's all of our chickpeas, and now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. You can use any oil you like. I used olive oil, and then I sprinkle some salt on top. If you want to add stuff like chili powder or paprika or dill or basil, you can do whatever you like with chickpeas. They are very forgiving with flavors. Now put your chickpeas onto your pan. Spread them out nicely, and when your oven is heated, put them in. Now it's time to whip up that chickpea foam. So you're going to take your egg beaters, put them in, and turn it up to high. I'd say I whipped this for about 2 minutes. And there you go, you have made chickpea foam. And now it's time to play. I decided to pour my foam onto a tray so I could use it with the spoons and with the plastic containers. You can also do this in a bowl. You can do it on the floor, on a tablecloth. You could do it in the bathtub. And if it was warm weather, you could do it outside, but I wouldn't recommend that today. So talk about all the different things you can do with the foam with your babies. You can drip it, you can mix it, you can swish it around. It's important during sensory activities to use this opportunity to teach your baby vocabulary. Babies are always learning, they're always absorbing, and using these words now will help grow those pathways in their brains for future development. See if you can scoop up any of this. If you have older kids, see if you can write letters in the foam or make a picture. I brought in some animals. The kangaroo is hopping in the foam. I have a pig and a Pachycephalosaurus. My daughter's really into dinosaurs, so we know all the names. I'm going to try to cover them up with the foam. So I'm using my spoon to scoop and pour. Scooping and pouring are very important skills for babies and toddlers. They'll help with their fine motor development, so they'll have an easier time learning how to write. You can really use any kind of toys for this activity. Feel free to get as creative as you like. If you prefer, you can also use food coloring to dye the chickpea foam another color. And of course, invite your children to touch the foam too and talk about the texture and the feeling of it. Remember, we're allowed to get messy. Take out your chickpeas after 40 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees or 20 minutes in the oven at 425 degrees.
So it occurred to me while I was making this video that perhaps not everyone has egg beaters, and I don't have a whisk right now, so I wasn't sure if you could just whisk the chickpea liquid and it would make that foam. But my wonderful colleague, Renee, suggested that we try it in a blender. So I haven't tried this before, so this is our experiment for today. We'll see if we can make chickpea foam in a blender. Okay, I have my chickpeas. I just opened the can. I'm gonna pour in the liquid. Let's see what happens. Well, it definitely foamed up a bit. Definitely not as much as with the egg beaters. Maybe if you try it for a bit longer, but baby could definitely still have some sensory fun with this. So if you don't have an egg beater, but you have a blender, give it a shot. And there you go. That's how you make chickpea foam. Who knew, right? Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Sensory Play with Baby. Have a great day. Bye now.